All hail Liberia, hail. All hail Liberia, hail. This glorious land of liberty shall long be ours. Though new her name, great be her fame, and mighty be her powers. Though new her name, great be her fame, and mighty be her powers, and mighty be her powers, and mighty be her powers. In joy and gladness, with our hearts united, we shout the freedom of our rest benighted. Long live Liberia, happy land, a home of glorious liberty by God's command, a home of glorious liberty by God's command. God bless Liberia. Recount.
Hey, Yahweh, we will praise your name. Hey, Yahweh, we will praise your name. Hey, Yahweh, we will praise your name more. Hey, Yahweh, we will praise your name. You made a rain to fall, we will praise your name. Hey, Yahweh, we will praise your name. You made a sun to shine, we will praise your name more. Hey, Yahweh, we will praise your name. It is a good thing to celebrate the Lord. It is a blessed thing to give him all the praise. He deserves our praises. He deserves our worship. He's a King of kings and a Lord of lords. In every situation, my God remains the same. He heals the sick. He raised the dead. He's the great man in battle, a mighty man of war. He never changed. My God remains the same. Hey, Yahweh, we will praise your name. Oh. Hey, Yahweh, we will praise your name. Hey, Yahweh, we will praise your name. Hey, Yahweh, we will praise your name more.
There you have it. There you have it.
Hey, Yahweh, we will praise your.
Welcome to the What is going on? Okay, now I got it under control. Welcome, folks, ladies and gentlemen. Today is going to be a different trend, a different approach, a different way of looking at things. Because why? The best thing that you and I need in common is peace. The best thing that Liberia needs is peace. But that doesn't mean that we have to compromise. We have to stand up for what is right. Sometimes life is a give and take issue, right? So we'll discuss the numbers tonight. We'll talk about the probabilities. The elections from today's reports, definitely it might be a runoff. And the question posed to you is, do you want a runoff or not? Let me bring my colleague. I see my colleague in backstage. Hey man, what's up? What's up? Welcome, Samalo. Welcome to the show. Huh? I can't hear you. I still cannot hear you. You are muted. Unmute. Hello?
Hello.
Now you are audible.
All right. I
Yeah.
said thank you once again for another opportunity to appear on your show to speak to our people.
Awesome. Awesome. Today, I want us to do this show, even though our colleagues will join us later, it is going to be a little bit different. We are going to look at this election, the way it's going from, to me, from a different viewpoint, right? The numbers are coming in. We'll have to look at common sense wisdom. Have to look at it the godly way. What is God's intent for Liberia? All of that. We will look at it, right? Folks,
Mm.
share the link before we begin the real show tonight. Welcome, welcome, all of you that are following us. Welcome to the show. Kuma Avian, all the way Guinea, Conakry. Welcome, Flomo Livingston. Welcome, Lahai Atsumana. Welcome to the show. All of you guys that are following us today. Tonight, since the election started, the week leading to elections and the process of reporting the tallies, we've been talking, and giving you information, independent, factual, uh, helping you to decide, to see reason as well. So tonight is the same thing. So share the like to your various platforms. Just like we started, Samalo. The song says, "Hey Yahweh, we will praise your name. Hey God, we will praise your name. Whether good or bad, we will praise your name, because this is commended in the scriptures. The Bible says that in everything we should give praise and thanks to the Lord, good or bad. So the way I'm approaching this election discussion tonight is like, there are losers, there are winners. And at the end of the day, who wins? Mama Liberia wins. As long there is no destruction of lives and properties, Mama Liberia wins, because we all are winning. But the truth is, someone is going to come out at the end of the day triumphant. Someone is going to come out as a loser. Someone is going to sit in the chair. Someone's going to go home and reflect and say, I could have done it differently. I could have done it this way. Maybe I was given an opportunity. Maybe I abused the opportunity. Right? So this is what I think might be happening within the next 2 or 3 weeks. But today we saw the results from the National Elections Commission, which, from all indications, they will be heading for a runoff. Right? What is your take so far today when you heard those numbers and you saw them? What's your take? Your observation?
All right. And when I heard the numbers today, I knew exactly that from the pronouncement from the head of the National Election Commission in the Director Lassana Brown,
Mm-hmm.
that the two leading candidates, President George Weah and Ambassador Weah, got 43%, with a little margin in the percentage level. So it is about time that we we as Liberians get together and get prepared for a runoff election, because the result today clearly indicates that there is a runoff election. No one candidate can achieve 50 plus one vote as per the result today.
Yeah, because when you look at today's tally, the national tally preliminary results as of October 17, 2023, 2023 presidential elections results. A lot of people have right now, what has been tallied, what has been reported by the National Elections Commission is 98.4%. Just a very little left. Out of that
6%
98,
remaining.
right, just out of that 98.4%, there was a total of 5,890 polling places, and so far 5,796 has been reported so far. And the total votes, valid plus invalid, where I have my own concerns and questions and whatever you may call it, is the fact that they have valid plus invalid 1,920,641. and that's about 77.71%. This whole valley, let me take you right there before we delve into the numbers tonight. This whole valid and invalid stuff, right? Why is it so difficult for the National Election Commission to just uh, separate it? Separate it in a way wherein you tell the public, if you can't say, if she can't read it like she has been doing, but on the website, and tell us valid votes, this number, invalid votes, this number, and from which polling stations those invalid votes are coming from. These are mathematical issues. People, because election is about numbers. You who have the majority, you win. So I think it's incumbent upon her, it's prudent enough, or the data system analyst to have all of this stuff on the website, because every time you ask her some tough questions, she said go on the website. And when you do go on the website, number one, you have hard time opening the website. When you do open the website, the questions that you're asking, you're not going to find the answers. We want to see the polling station number. Remember, when all the registered votes out of the 5,000 plus polling places, they all have assigned numbers. And those polling stations, people register in different varieties all across the country. So if 50 people voted, or 100 people supposed to vote at this polling station, and this number of people voted, and these are the invalid votes, and these were votes or ballot boxes or recounts that were not, touched. All of that should be given by persons, by polling station, right? As in, so it makes it easy for me to explain it to my oma or my papa in a village. Their village where you went to your voter, their village. This is the number that was assigned to it. 100 people voted there. And out of the 100 people that voted, 50 people valid and 50 people invalid. And then now it's left to explain. Then it's better off explain. But look at it. Here we are in a runoff. And the sitting government, the government of CDC, George Weah, is happy. They are jubilating for the fact that they're going for a runoff. What message is that sending? Why are they happy? You should be happy to win when you win. But you're going into the runoff because it was believed overwhelmingly that Unity Party was going to take this thing on the first round. And here we are from the numbers. We are into the second round. What's your opinion?
Thank you again. And I agree with you on that point. The ruling party is celebrating to qualify for a runoff election.
Right.
It is not a good sign for the ruling party, because if you observe the first day of the election when people pulled out to vote, you could see first in the history of Liberia that majority of our people turn out to vote. And once you see majority of the population turning out to vote, it's a bad signal for the government. For the onset of the campaign, the ruling party break on that they were going to lick it on the first ballot. And
But
now
you know the slogan they have in town today when I call Liberia?
no,
They say CDC will lick it, we will swallow it.
so there you go. So
they say Unity Party will swallow it. Y'all lick it, we will swallow it.
So for us to see the ruling party today back home to celebrate their qualification in the tournament football, the African Cup of Nations or the World Cup, once you qualify for the next stage, you'll be happy. But mind you are a defending champion. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a good example
you're bringing up.
Yeah. So a defending champ to fight for a qualification for the next stage, it means that he didn't do well. So for me, I appreciate the effort of the Liberian people. They turned out to vote the candidate of their choice, more especially they voted for at the opposition candidate Joseph Nyuma Boakai. So even if the election will go for a runoff,
Mhm.
it will still be at the disadvantage of the ruling party. The minds of the people
Why
are
would you
already
say?
made up.
Why would you say it will be at a disadvantage for the ruling party going into runoff? Why would
Let's see
you?
the. I mean, can you bring forth the candidates, the ruling party,
Yeah,
one of the candidates?
that's what I want us to talk about. You know,
Okay, yes. So
I
let's
want
see.
I want you to give us that analysis, right?
Yeah.
Why
Mhm.
why Unity Party stand a better chance heading into the runoff?
Yeah.
What are the things that position them heading into the runoff? That is what I think I want us to come up with tonight.
Yeah.
Um, and one of the things I am looking at is the momentum. They have the momentum
Mhm.
on their side.
Yep.
When I say they have the momentum, rescue one. No, the rescue. Look at me. I've finished putting in rescue one already because they're coming
Yeah.
from rescue two to rescue one,
Yeah.
right? Isn't that how it's going to be on the ballot box?
Yeah. That's it. That's it. Rescue one.
It's going
Rescue one will
to
always
be
be
number
rescue
one,
one.
and CDC will
Yeah.
be number two, right? Yeah. Okay. So that's how it is. That's one aspect. I think they have had a very solid, good campaign, very good campaign, and they have majority of the people on their side, the enthusiasm.
Mhm.
I mean, when you look at the last rally they had at the ATS that Sunday, pouring, pouring rain,
Heavy.
everybody got out.
In
People
the
got
swimming
out.
water.
Care. It was like a tsunami. They got out. They sent a strong message that day. That's the enthusiasm is still there. Then after that, the candidate Joseph Numa Boakai decided to go straight to Lofa. And at that same time, President Weah was already ahead of him into Lofa campaigning. And he was pouring crowds. He was pouring crowds with the aid of Jala, who is senator there, and Thomas Fala, who was heavily funded. Bear in mind, the government has the wallet, the wallet, the mullah to run the government.
Yeah.
They have it.
The kapagi.
What we call the Kanye,
The kapag. Yeah. In Loma we call it kapagi.
Kapagi. The government has it. The taxpayers' money. Samuel Tua can reach out anywhere and ditch out and twist things around, and money shows up out of the blue. They had all of that. So they ditch it out, ditch it out, ditch it out. Rice, blue, wearing clothes. Because the thing is, the people need to realize now, they gave you all of this. But in the end, the people have spoken. The very people that said that they had a one-time victory, that this was going to be a one runoff, they were the one out there in the middle of the night trying to bust election polling stations. If they were very confident about it. So all of that, all of those scenarios, when you look at the scenario that took place in Nimba County, and today, the chairperson of the commission, Madam Devietta Brown, is calling for a recount to this polling station. That should tell you something is bad. Those that went at the Samuel Kanyando Sport Complex and interrupted with all of that process were government officials that had no reason, no duty, putting their hand into interfering with the process. But howbeit, the momentum is still on the side of the opposition. But does the opposition have the finances, the money, going forward for round two? That's my biggest question. Do they have the mullah? Do they have that same enthusiasm, that energy to carry that energy along, moving that energy and say, okay, y'all mess with our votes. Now we're about to teach you real sense what it means to really beat you. Because now 18 people are out. It's now 2 people. The unknown soldier, as I always call him on this show, who is candidate Appleton, who defected and he's everywhere Whether he was manipulated or not, nobody knows, no evidence. But I call him the unknown soldier. He is out of the race. Lucini Camara, just before heading to elections, the last CDC rally, victory rally, they clashed with the Muslim community when they were having their final victory rally. They clashed. And the comments, Galasco, what they talk about the Muslim people, it hurt George Weah. And you know, the Muslim community, they are very consolidated. They are very together. So these are some of the factors you have to look at. That they stand a better chance for Lucini Camara and the Muslim community to shift in favor of Joseph Jamal Boakai as well. And that's a huge portion, right? I'm talking about that simply because there they are. Lucini Camara is sitting down with 35,529 votes. And Appleton, who is the unknown soldier, has 39,700 votes.
Unknown soldier.
Yeah. The unknown soldier, he came from nowhere. Nobody was watching that one. Yeah. You know, let me explain it. You know how when we play football and the number 7 go and get bunk up there, waiting for the ball to come. Or let me say the number 9. The defender then, where he went score now, the defender then, they're looking, but then he play in a smart way where he's standing that he can go offside. He's there waiting for that ball to go score. So nobody saw him under the radar. Appleton, Edward Appleton.
That's how Patrick Mboma used to be, one striker from Cameroon. He never had driven skills, but he used to play number 9. He is always at the top. Once you get loose ball, you push it to him, he utilizes the ball.
Certainly.
Yeah. So that's how Appleton was looking. And then, like you said, the runoff election, the Unity Party and the rescue team, they received the blessing of the Liberian people. Because we saw it in 2005, 2011, you know, Liberian people, once they want a change, they can do anything to get that change.
Yeah.
We saw people in 2005 printing t-shirts. We saw people in 2005, 2011 walking distances to reach to the CDC.
Just financing it themselves.
Financing it themselves. So
yeah.
I can tell you that the Unity Party and the Alliance, the citizens are willing. For the fact of the matter is, they walk under the rain. That day you saw the rain, they walk under the rain to show to the Liberian people that they want a change. So if they can do it yesterday, they can still do it today. It's not the matter of the money. The money will come. Like we'll be raising money on the various platforms for the Unity Party. I mean, just for the pool watchers, but people will print their own t-shirts. The message is already clear. They want a change. Like I said before, the downfall of the ruling government is from the civil service. If you can't pay me on time to take care of my children, and then you pay my son's school fee, you boast about it, that's an embarrassment to me.
But the common sense where the Liberian people, it had to happen in a way where, thank God for the media and a lot of people helping our people to understand, to have that common sense knowledge now. You and I are making $150 a month. And someone comes and cut our salary. And I would say $100. They're only paying us $50 a month. $50 a month. And now the $100 that used to come $150, the $100 they have it. They say they're going to use that $100 to pay, to take care of you and I and our children. To take care of our children. As though you are not qualified to take care of your own children. Because what happened in that case is, if you were making your $150, you would take care of yourself, you will send your child to school, and you still have money on the table left to eat food. But the mindset is when Samuel Tuorden came in and it did that harmonization and cut down the salaries, it makes life unbearable, very difficult for the people. But they kept pushing that and projecting that because the younger mind It was very difficult for them to grab the concept. I said, oh, President Weah is paying my tuition. President Weah is paying my tuition. But you were going to school before. Under Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, you guys, your parents, most of your parents were being paid $150. Some of your parents were being paid $200. But now, they did the harmonization in the name of whatever you call it. Do you think that that harmonization thing, it kind of stick for George Weah, or it was a negative for him, liability?
It was very, very much negative for George Weah. The harmonization played a pivotal role in his government strategy to reduce somebody's salary
Mm-hmm.
from $150 to $100 to maybe disable to pay my child school fee, or not school fee, but the WIAC fee.
Right.
Imagine if I sponsor my son from ABC or maybe first grade to 9th grade to 12th grade. How much is $60 US in Liberian dollars? If you convert that money, it's about $12 or $11,000. So if I can pay my child school fee from ABC to 12th grade, it's a wire fee that I can't afford. If all of the parents are well empowered,
Yeah.
with earning our just benefit as civil servants, we will take care of our children wire school fees, our wire fees. But for government to harmonize our salaries
Mm-hmm.
and then pay the case wire fee and then make it as a news, it's not a good thing. Because there is something that the Liberian people got used to for the past 12 years, the 12 years before they took over. The civil servants used to take salary around the 19th or the 20th. Now in Liberia, the civil servant salary is 2 months. They pay you for 1 month. It's like dig hole, cover hole. Do you think that the civil servants want to continue to live that kind of life? No. No.
Besides that, too, when you look at
And then in addition to that, before we had something called County Development Fund. The government was decentralized. The counties had their own budget through legislative enactment. But today, if you check, there's nothing called county development fund, no money. They will just wake up one morning, give money to John Brown, go to Lofal, give money to John Brown, go to Grand Cayman, do this.
and
No, no,
it's not being accounted for.
no. It's not being accounted for. So
No,
the
no
Liberian people are
accountability.
yearning for a change.
The
No
government
accountability.
can tell you what's coming in and how they're spending it out. You know, none
Yeah.
of that. COVID-19 took place. All the money that was collected at those port of entries, especially Roberts International Airport, no
So
account.
say 75 US
Yeah,
for every traveler.
that
There
you
was
know,
nothing accounted for that amount.
it's crazy. All the aid and help that's coming in the country. But what I want us to look at is these numbers that are very stunning. These numbers are shocking and stunning. How they manipulated the numbers, if they were manipulated. It's just, yeah, only the statisticians, the guys that play with the numbers will understand what is going on here. But I wanted us to look at Lofa County. The total tally for CDC was 35,951 votes, right?
Mhm.
And UP, JMB made about 73,761. Now that they are heading into the runoff, do you think that the 35,951 votes that George Weah got in Lofa County, that there is a chance, there will be a chance for him to get those votes?
I don't think so.
You see that probability? Because now we have, I'm asking you because we have Arco play a huge role in Lofa, and Tier 1 a little bit played there, and also the Appleton guy played that role as well. But with that margin, what do you foresee? What do you see?
I foresee a new Lofag in a runoff election, a new FOIA in a runoff election, because most of the votes that came from Lofa for the ruling party came from our own district. And then in a public manner, I want to say thank you to the people of Nimba County. They stood with their own. Unlike us, in our inboxes. We're having problem with our people, you know, for the political landscape, complaining that the people of Foya didn't do well for their son. But I can tell you that the runoff election will be a different ball game.
No, but
What happened?
I tend to differ with that because, for some extent, when you look at all the variables and what was involved, you realize that you really don't need to blame the people of Korea. Something a lot, something went
I
wrong.
have to. Can you point out anything that President Weah did for his
Something went wrong.
subsistence? No,
Oh,
yeah.
this is
Can
this.
you show me,
Yeah, no, I'm
Sam?
giving you.
Sam,
Yeah,
can
yeah.
you show me?
There where I'm
Can you
coming.
point? Okay,
There
okay.
where I'm coming. I'm about to show you why the people should not blame the people of Foya for the way they voted, because
Okay.
the original people, the organic people, the people that lived there in Foya, they voted. But it was evident that trucking took place.
I
And this
agree.
trucking thing is not only on the Lofa side, it's happening on the Maryland side as well, with Ivory Coast. This trucking thing takes place. But on the side of Lofa, this trucking thing has created, it is crazy. There's so much evidence. People coming from Guinea, especially knowing that those people live, they are interrelated. So whoever is voting, even when it came to the representative, senatorial, or now presidential level, those borders, quote unquote, they say they are open, but they are not open. In fact, one of the areas where what's his name, Jabate was at the border when the border was supposed to be closed. People were crossing in, and he was live. I saw that video, right? But for Foya, if people are brought into your district to vote enormously, foreigners who do not live there, they will decide the decision. They will make decisions for you, and those decisions will affect you. And this is the education that our people need to have so that they can stand in a way to stop that and expose it. The way to stop it is by exposing it. Everybody nowadays has cameras and videos and stuff. Take videos, take cameras, who's doing it at the border, where and when and how. Publish it, put it on social media. The journalists, we, the media entities, will pick it up. The proper law enforcement authorities will take place. But Foya had a lot of trucking done. And realize the sons of Lofa are in a Weah-led government. You're looking at the likes, the city mayor, Koji, from Foya, Thomas Fala, Foya, Finabuno, right there, Foya. Who else? Help me. Most of them
Yeah.
that working in a Weah-led government, they're from Foya.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sir
so
Joseph. Sir
they
Joseph.
needed to,
As I'm told,
yeah, they needed to make
he's from
sure,
there
they
too.
needed to make sure that Weah would deliver lofa for you. All we need is money. We know how people give us the money. We'll shame our father. So it's money. And knowing and looking at the poverty rate, people looking for money, people are broke. The economy is hard. People not getting paid. You turn everybody on the hustle. That's what's happening. And they're giving out free uniforms, free rice, and giving out money that no one knows where it's coming from, even though we all have some sort of clue where the money comes from, but no accountability. These are the things. It was meant to undermine Joseph Juma Boakai's hometown. But now, going into the elections or second runoff, I want to see what's going to happen. Especially I'm very much concerned. I will have my two eyeball open. Honorable Thomas Fala is now the elected representative for Foya, right? And he's Kisi. He's Kisi by tribe. He understands our culture, irrespective of the politics. The person for the presidency on the ballot is his father. Does he now has the guts to go and campaign openly and say, don't vote for my father, vote for someone else who is not from here? Knowing that with this vote that has taken place, getting into the runoff, if Weah wins the second round, Judge Weah is not going to develop Lofa because his people to the southeast are mad and they still put him there. He's going to divert all resources to the southeast to help his people. So all of this stuff they're doing for Lofa, Judge Weah will not finish that role. Who stand a better chance to finishing that role is the son of Lofa. That's it. That's just common analysis. So for them, it's left with them to think. And this is where, if Weah wins the second round, this is where the shame will come to them because he's going to turn all the resources to the southeast. And Lofa will not get anything. And the promises they made to the Lofians will fail. And the people will go against that. But who stand a better chance? I am speaking from an independent mindset. The person who stands from who stands a better chance of finishing the Foya Medicoma Highway road and develop Lofa is Joseph Numa Boakai, because that's his number one agenda on the list. So now, people have been accusing Thomas Fowler, as in he's against the old man. He doesn't like the old man, he says. But now we will see if he really is heading into, because there's nobody else on the ballot but Joseph Numa Boakai and George Weah. So this is where we will see that where he stands, really. Because a house divided against itself cannot stand. Is he going to the critics, give the critics that have criticized him in the past that opportunity that what you guys have said about me and my father is true? We are yet to see in a runoff. I rest my case.
All right, Sam, again, you put it in the best way. The election, the runoff election in Lofa will be very, very difficult for the ruling party. Thomas Fowler will not have the face to go to Foya, get to his local radio station to tell the people of Foya district that they should continuously vote against Joseph Boakai for his candidate, President Weah. The thing there is, if you win election on the local level, the first thing you're supposed to do is to do reconciliation, heal the wounds. Foya was contested with blood. People died in the process.
Exactly.
As part of the reconciliation process, mark this date today. Thomas Fowler will be very soft in the runoff election. He has to reunite the people of Foya. And then in the process of uniting the people of Foya is to speak peace. And to speak peace is, he might not go public that vote for George Weah. But I can tell you, as per consultation with the elders, he will be advised to be quiet, and then Joe Boakai will get a landslide vote in Foya. What happened in the just ended election? It was beyond politics. People went beyond the bond.
Yeah, it became personal.
It became personal.
Yeah.
Now the people of Foya, those that voted for Thomas Fowler, will be very clear that some of us voted for you and voted for your candidate. But now that the race is two, we have to go for our own. And then if you go to Kolahu, remember, we lost a seat in Kolahu. Incumbent Representative Clarence Kotu Masakwe lost a seat to Mumbo Sefa Koto. But the people of Kolahu district number 3, voted unanimously for Joe Boakai.
Right.
So the runoff election, he is going to live by his people. In Vonyaman, district number 4, Vonyaman Konobonu, Segu Kole of the ruling party lost a seat to United Party candidate Gissy Collins. So, I mean, Lofa is going to turn around. We will turn a new page. The votes will come with very good numbers
So you really do
to
think
correct out.
that Lofa will send a very strong message in the second
Very
round?
strong message. Very strong message. Very strong message. Because now the Lofians will stand with their own. It was only where most of the votes that came from Lofa for President Weah, they came from our own place in Foya. But
Mhm.
now that Foya son and a crew son is in the race. And then now we observe that
So part of the
the poor
dynamic. So
the,
part
the,
of
the poor from the southeast, they stood with their son. Just where they didn't do anything that you can point out today that he did for for his
yeah,
people. But they stood by him.
so what I'm looking at here is
Mhm.
moving into the runoff. The second, in fact, in the first place, because I asked a question: recount or runoff? Where are you? So, but it seems like we're talking more about the runoff than the recount.
For
Let's look.
me,
Yeah, before
for me,
the recount, what are the chances of um the Unity Party winning this first round if they do the recount, right? Because they are saying that majority of their people are saying with the invalid votes, there's so many invalid votes that nobody knows where they're coming from, what criteria or measures they use to disqualify those votes. No one knows. And that is the problem with the election commission. And that is affecting both the Unity Party, actually all of the parties, right? That is affecting
mhm.
all of the parties. But the parties most affected are the two parties that are contending, the Unity Party and the CDC. So what is the chance that if the Unity Party was to say, we need a recount, we believe that we won this thing on the first ballot, we need a recount. Do you think they have any possibility? There is any possibility of them winning this thing back? Or it will just be another delay, waste of money, resources, as in, gentlemen, let's let it go. The momentum is on our side. The people know what we're up to. They have seen it. A lot of things were tempered with. Let's move. Let's go. Let the people speak for the second time. Do you think which option is better for a better solution?
Okay. Uh, I suppose a recount. The recount basically would not mean that the Unity Party is going to win on the first ballot or the first election. But the recount will show discrepancies that occur during the first round of the election. If these things are not identified today, if you go to runoff election, the system is already built for them. You will not notice it. If you go to a real a runoff election, it will be bad for the opposition. For example, in district number 8, Monserrado County, around Johnson Street, going to Nas Street, I think Nas Street or 10th Street, Busekwado, everything.
Mm-hmm.
There is a case there that today the National Election Commission here couldn't announce the result of district number 8 representative candidates
Right.
because they noticed that, there is a case right now at the police station. The presiding officer of a polling place changed Honorable Akaro's Grace number. He got 72 that was sampled by all of the observers or the political parties or candidates observers. But at the end of the day, he placed one beyond the 72.
Yeah, the
Taking
Akara grade.
Akaro's,
And
yeah,
district number 8 is having a problem even tonight. I heard Senator
uh-huh,
Monserrado Senator Darius DeLong calling the National Election Commission to announce
to
this
enough. And
votes. That is very
yeah,
important.
this number eight,
They
yeah,
keep
no, this
skipping
number
district
eight,
8, and it's important
yeah,
because the people voted. They don't
they
want
voted.
as long as the people want peace. You don't want to be the institution that will instigate trouble. So they need to
Yeah,
step up their game, as in Let's do this District 8 thing and nail it down because the people voted.
And this one about 8 candidates on the Unity Party ticket. Prince to call for a recount at the
Right?
SKD. The recount was done. It was cleared. It was identified that the presiding officer at that identical polling place are the one behind the 72. So why you can't announce the result? So if that can happen with just one district, call for a recount, it will not do anything. For some of us, we want to see that magic number that unknown soldier got. Like in Bonkante, he got 5,000 plus votes, that unknown soldier. If it was Cummins that are going to get that number in Bonkante, 5,000 plus, if it was Councillor Tiawanze Gonglo that was going to get that number in Bonkante, some of us couldn't be questioning around here. And then also the invalid votes. I mean, let's do a recount and go into the process. But if you just let it be as it is, it's like you're plaiting your hair on less.
Wow. So if I move you away from there, just for us to finish with Lofa, then we'll move on to the other people. I'm reading some of the comments our viewers are writing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think when it comes to FOIA this time around that it will be wise for Thomas Fowler to play a game like that of Nathaniel McGill? Because McGill won, but he did not campaign with George Weah because he knew that George Weah was a liability.
Yeah, excess baggage.
Right. And he was not going to get it. So the people of Margibi, he was quiet, promoting his agenda, what he stands for the people of Margibi, and he downplay. Because he told Weah, he said, I'm not promoting you right now. In fact, I don't want to campaign with you in Margibi. So he did all his stuff and he got what he wanted. Thomas Fowler on the other side, he already got what he wanted. Do you think it's wise enough for him to push so hard? He already got what he wants, but for him to go now to stand against his own father, right? And one of our viewers is talking about tribalism. This is not tribalism. If you talk about tribalism in Liberia and you think and you forget that it's not existing, you lie to yourself. In true reality, it does exist.
Yeah.
Even in our tribal politics, it does exist.
Politics is religious,
Yes,
geographical.
it is. That's how it
Everything.
is, right? A lot of people, Muslims, will vote because there's a Muslim on the ballot. Even here in America, the two major political parties, the Republican and the Democrats, the state that I live in is predominantly Republican. They vote on party lines. They don't vote on how they like you or whatever. As long as you are a Republican, they will vote for you. So you could call that tribalism, but it's interest, right? And what kind of tribe do they speak here? Besides this one English and few
Spanish.
Indians. Yeah, and stuff. That's how it is. So when you go to Africa, where majority, whatever country you look at in Africa, there are tribal languages all over. Most people tend to go in the direction of their own because what is happening to the Southeast is a reflection of what I'm talking about. That because George Weah is from the Southeast, that's why you will see that at one polling place or one how you call it county, George Weah will have 25,000 votes, and Joseph Boakai only got 1,000. What does that tell you? And how true? Sometimes it leads you to ask the hard questions. So the people who always like to bring the tribalism stuff, it's not the matter of just bringing it. It does exist.
Everywhere.
It exists. That's just my take. That's a fact. But when you look at Nimba, let me jump from Nimba to Lofa. Nimba voted overwhelmingly, 137,433, which is 59.53%. I want us to look at these numbers the way they were split out, right? CDC got about 50,269. in Nimba County. And they have 99.59%, almost 100%. So there's nothing much left there,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Nothing much left there to change anything, a whole lot. But we are getting 50,000. And Gonglo, Councillor Gonglo got about 7.3%, which is 16,856. The unknown soldier, 2.65%, that is 6,144. What message is Nimba ready to send to the Liberian people, knowing now that one of their own, Gonglo, is out of the race? Appleton is not there. Akop, Kamara Lucini is not there. And now it's between two people. Are you hopeful that Nimba County might be sending a very strong message, loud and clear, more than what they just did?
I think, yeah, I think
You're laughing. It seems like I ask you a very good question.
the people of Nimba will be doing something like adding insult to injury. That will be happening in the runoff election. Adding insult to injury.
They'll be adding insult to injury?
Yes, that's what they'll be doing a runoff election. Down,
Wow.
like you said, there will be no Tiaon Ganglo. There will be no Lucinability. There will be no Sheikh Kouyaté. He contested to Uki from Nimba. And then there will be no Jeremiah Wapo. Dr. Jeremiah Diesel Wapo is from Nimba as well. So now, in the midst of 4 presidential candidates with a one running mate to a presidential candidate, the people of Nimba spoke in that volume. So why more if the competition is narrow between two persons? So it will be insult to injury. The people of Nimba County will continue to go green. Now Nimba now is a heartbeat for loyalty. I saw on Facebook today somebody posted, he said, if you really want loyalty, you want love, go to Nimba County, get somebody from there, and then you'll feel real love and loyalty.
Oh my God.
It went social.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it went social.
It's taking that at a whole different level, that when Nimba person say we for you. So you want love, go look for Nimba woman or Nimba man, eh?
Yeah, it went social. Yeah, go Nimba, yeah, go Zia.
Papa, ilo man.
Ilo man, DLC. So that's how it's going to be.
I tell you. So but that's very interesting though. But leaving Nimba and moving into Bong, Bong kind of shocking to some extent. Bong very interesting. The way the numbers that came up. Right now they have almost its all tally as well with 99.64%. And President Weah is sitting on top of the leaderboard with 76,776. And followed by Ambassador Boakai with 67,124. Do you think, you remember we discussed this, that Bone was going to be a tussle, right? And you guys said Bone was going to go in favor of JMB. Now, President Weah has snatched Bone. So do you think that JMB and the Unity Party, they underperform in Bone?
For me, the JMB and the rescue team, kudos to our campaign manager, Senator Prince Kemu Moi. He did extremely well. Bong is the home of the sitting vice president. It's the home of a sitting vice president. So with the kind of result that came out from Bong, it is very much good for the opposition.
Right.
Very good. Yes. Because
I have my own opinion about that. I still feel that Unity Party kind of underperform, except that if they give us the 2 tallies, as in the polling stations, the valid votes and the invalid votes, then we'll see what really happened in Bong.
Okay, I push you back in 2011. Joseph Numa Brackett was a vice president to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf from Lofa County. The
Mhm.
vote that came from Lofa in 2011, what was it? As a sitting vice president, it was huge. So Senator Prince Kemumoyi, the campaign manager for the rescue team, did extremely well in Bon County. The numbers that we got, some of us were not even expecting these numbers. If you see the margin in Bon County, it's very close. It's close.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Well,
then uh,
go ahead. Go ahead. Finish your thought.
and then the people of Bon County, they realized that though they have their dollar as a sitting vice president, but then she herself was harmonized 4 to 5 years ago. She couldn't go back home as regular. We saw Nathaniel McGill always in Bon County every weekend. We saw Representative Josiah Marvin Cole always in Bon County. The president used these people to work against Joel Howard Taylor. So
Mhm.
it is this year that they try to cement their differences because they were heading to election. But the people of Nimba are wise. They said, you are our dollar, but we didn't fear any presence. If you
So,
ask any journalist,
the weeks leading to the election, Madam Joy Howard Taylor was in Bonn. She had a lot of community loans, giving out money, ditching out money for
when she
loans,
started doing that, when she
giving
started,
stuff. I think that happened like 2 or 3 weeks before the election, right?
so you
Right.
think our people fall prey
No,
for
no,
that?
but I'm going somewhere with my question. I'm asking you a question.
Okay.
Liberian people are very interesting, very funny people. They were giving out rice and giving money out, will give you loans, market women, you will do all this. So you think the people of Bonn really fell for that?
Nothing. They didn't. They didn't. The
If they
people of
didn't, then
Bunker,
how come President Weah won Bonn County?
President, we are still have a superintendent in Bon County. Still have the commissioners, still have the paramount chiefs, the sectional chiefs as well.
Hmm.
President, we are winning Bon County. The margin is less than 3,000.
It's a little bit. Let me see. Let me check that out.
Yeah, check the result for today.
76,786. Me, I old school, like I always say here. I will get my computer right here, my calculator.
Yeah, check
76
it.
776 minus 67 124. That's a difference of 9,652 votes.
What? 90,000 in Bon?
I said 9,652 votes.
Uh,
Yeah, that's a good margin. You know, that's the difference between them. But this time around, the people of Bonn County, you with all of this, it's still close. To some extent, it's still close because you have the unknown soldier is in a play. He's a play in there too with 5,278 votes, and Lucini Camara 4,132, and Gonglo came into play there too. But this time around, oh my man, who am I looking at over there? So that our woman, you see, you come in distract the whole show now, eh?
no, let me. That's our mother.
You
Sylvester's wife.
oh, you come in distract the whole show now. Tell her that you lied. Just tell her you lied.
Oh, yeah. You said okay. I need your life.
Yeah. Okay, folks. Sorry about
Yeah.
that. This is how I love sometimes some of these organic things when they happen. Just
Yeah, yeah.
you know, this man's probably out spending some money trying to shop. Um, but yeah, when you look at the votes going into the run of Bon County, I think Bon County. I still feel Bon County is gonna make a difference. I think Bon County is going to shift heading
Shift
in.
away.
It's gonna. I have a feeling Bon County will shift on the side of the Unity Party or heading into the runoff.
The runoff election, yes, I
Yeah,
agree on that.
I still want to believe that too. Because a lot of things happen, a lot of valid votes and invalid votes, a lot of things happening in our Bon County that the election commission cannot come up to explain yet, and we're still waiting to see all of that stuff. Um, but where are we heading next? I want us to look at. Let me jump from all the way Bon County to Maryland. Let me run to Maryland. Let's go to Maryland. Maryland, President Weah. So far, the total votes in is 95.43%. That's almost complete as well because the total polling places they have is 175, and so far 167 polling places. President Weah is sitting on top of that lead board with 73,000, no, 73.03%, which is 34,990. And Ambassador Boakai has 5,420. Big margin, big difference right there. Appleton also came to play.
The
But
only so yeah,
you look at it, when you look at the Maryland results, yeah, when you look at the Maryland result, do you think some people were trucked in there too from that standpoint?
trucking was done all over the country. Trucking was done. And then the runoff election, if you go to the runoff election, most of these people that went back home to register and vote in their counties would not be returning for the runoff election. So the real citizens for these counties will be deciding the future of Liberia. And then you already aware that the speaker is from Maryland, and then he lost his re-election bill,
Mm-hmm.
right? He lost to former student leader, comrade Anthony F. William, former also president. So it's going to be difficult in Maryland. The vote they got is because of the speaker, his presence there. He gave a lot of money out. The people voted the way they voted. But the runoff election, he'll be of no factor. He'll be outgoing speaker. So that will have an effect for the opposite. Mhm.
Right, right. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
But when you look at it, if you're busy over there, you need to go. Just let me know. Yeah.
No, it's okay. We can still talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you driving or someone's driving you? I
Your
just
wife
need to
is
know
driving.
because you cannot be driving. I'm not gonna let you on the show while you're driving. It's a complete
No,
distraction.
your wife
Okay.
is driving.
Okay. I got it. I got it. No, I got it. Thank you.
Yeah. We'll move
All right.
on.
That's safe. So when you look at sometimes I'm trying to wrap my mind around the results that are coming from Maryland. Almost 5,000 votes not even 4 5 30,000 plus vote difference between Weah and Ambassador Weah and Ambassador Boakai. When you look at that margin to that southeast Maryland, when you look at River G, President Weah got 19,130. Ambassador Boakai 4,117 votes. So far, River G 97.96% in. When you look at Grand Crew, they have 99 or 09% of votes in. And Ambassador Weah has 24,222, and Ambassador Boakai has 2,556. Look at that. When you look at that alone, Grand Crew, that's a huge margin. Almost 22,000 plus votes. Margin
Mhm.
difference. When you look at Sino, same thing. Ambassador President Weah is having 29,621, and Ambassador Boakai has 4,467. When you look at all the margin in our entire southeast, one would deduce or conclude that this is what helped President this is what helped President Weah simply because the Unity Party did not take upon themselves to campaign and in most of the polling places over there to have their representatives to observe the process. That this could cause, this is what could, could be one of the factors that is leading them to the runoff. What do you think of that, though?
Yeah, I think I agree with you on that part that the Unity Party didn't do more, though they did their best. But you must understand that the Southeast is predominantly the people of the people that believe in George Weah. If George Weah do well or he didn't do well, they get stood by him because they couldn't identify any tangible. Because I saw the vast running made to Joseph Boakai in Jeremiah Coon. He went to the Martha Tubman Memorial Hospital in Zuedo, Grand County. He donated a machine cost $30,000 for the hospital.
Mm.
Yes, still the people went and voted the way they voted. But then sometimes in politics, people just feel like we were saying earlier, sectional, relational, geographical. That's
Right.
how they voted. Yeah.
And
So
folks, I'm reading your comments as well while we have the discussions going on. And if you look in the comment section, I have already put a link in there to this broadcast. That any of you want to come on the show, you can just click on that link and you will show up, you will appear on the show, just like Mr. Samuel, right? So it's there. This is an independent platform. Seditions, where are you? Yashin, what are you? Or UP or whatever you want, you think. You're welcome on the show because we have to sensitize, we have to educate, we have to inform, we have to see the differences and weigh the options. Let the Liberian people decide. This is why this platform is for. So I have the link is already posted right into the comment section, and I'm going to post it again. If you want to click and come on the show, or if you need to call in, let us know too. But this is not. This is going to be a WhatsApp link, right? So the link is right there. I'm posting the link. Or come and defend your party. You know, I see my nephew keep talking over there a lot. I just want him to come on the show so I can really grow him. Yeah, Sapi. Special shout out to you. A lot of love coming your way from me to you anyway. But I will see who you went to vote for this time around. We'll see. Because I know who you voted for the going election. You wanna? I will detect that. Because I'm gonna make a special call to you. Hey folks. So what we're gonna do is this, right? We are going to take a quick break here and play you one of our Liberian old good songs. Kalaba do it. I don't know if some of you guys know. Kalaba do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, Kalaba do it. So enjoy yourself.
hotlbr.com.
That is Nimba Bird, man. Those were our days. Those were our days, man. Folks,
Gay floor, yeah, Madam
yeah,
Gay floor.
yeah. Those were our days, folks. Special shout out to all of you who are celebrating your birthdays this month of October and also your anniversaries. A special shout out to all of you. May God continue to bless you as you enjoy your birthdays, your anniversaries, from us to you. A lot of love coming your way. Here at Talk TV Media Network, we are family. This is what we do. We do this because you are here with us. That's it. Without you, there is no way we will be sitting here doing what we do. So we are here to bring the elections for you, the happenings, not just in Liberia, globally though, even here in the US. Um, you can visit us on the website www.talktvmedia.com. You can also check us on our YouTube page, on our Facebook page, Twitter, Twitch, all of that. You'll be able to get all the happenings of the day. We're an independent network. Sometimes, when you see us talking as though we're talking for one person, or we are one side, and when we switch on your side, then you like us. That's how we are. When we switch on the other side, then you say, "Oh, the men they ain't like us. The men are enemy." Because y'all think politics in Liberia. So long someone not on your side, they have become an enemy. And politics is just the exchange of ideas. I just have a better idea than you. All I have to do is to sell my idea to you. If I'm able to convince you, then we're good. If you have a better idea, you sell your idea to me. If you are able to convince me, then I'm on your side. That is all politics is about. So this is not something for us to take personal. We
That's
educate our viewers, we educate our people, because at the end of the day, it's all these politicians that you're killing yourself for, all these politicians that other Liberians are dying for, they are the one that will sit in government in those positions, and they forget about you too. You go to their offices and knock at their doors to see them, they'll be like, the boss man too busy. The boss man in a meeting, he didn't get time to see you. The man that you were killing yourself out there for, fighting your brother or your sister for, taking rock for them to kill them, right? Because we just saw those gruesome killings that just took place. There's no need to do that. It is just the exchange of ideas. My idea is better than your idea. I have a better plan for the country than you. And all now I have to do is to convince the people that are there to employ you and I. And those people are the voters. They have the employer key in their hand. They decide who to employ. And when they employ you, don't take advantage of them. They are employing you for an X number of time, 6 years. So deliver and leave a lasting legacy behind that others will emulate, all others will follow. That is all what politics is about. Bro, you won't believe this, man. That Donald Trump, as furious and as bad as people think he is here in America, they will talk politics and they go in the restaurants and sit and eat with Democrats and other people. Only in Africa we take it so personal. Your own brother from seeing Ma, seeing Pa, because he feel like he on the other side. Now he enemy to you. You want to take his life away. It is not worth it, folks. This is not us. We better than that. We're better than that. So anyway, I just wanted to throw my own advice in there as we heading into the runoff. Have that at the back of your mind. Don't kill yourself for these politicians. Politicians are not people you can trust. They tell you stuff today, tomorrow they do something else. That's politics. Um, so when you look at the numbers today, we foreseeing most of the numbers to be coming in. Oh, are you there?
yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh, okay. Hopefully by tomorrow they might be completing most of the counties, and from today's results, today's results, we can see that um, Anyway, before I go to that, there is a county I wanted us to talk about that will be a play or into the runoff, and I want us to talk about Grand Bassa, right? Grand Bassa is something for us to talk about, to chew on a little bit. President Weah is sitting on top of the lead table with 46,651. Grand Bassa, followed closely by Ambassador Boakai, 36,214. That's roughly around 9 to 10,000 votes margin difference. Appleton played a very key role in Grand Bassa,
The unknown soldier.
the unknown soldier, with 15,000 with 5,267. And also Alexander Cummings. Alexander Cummings had almost 5,000 votes, 4,972 in Grand Bassa.
Can I give you mine?
Now with those people and Lucini Camara and all those people dropping off the list, giving a very slight edge, a slight lead to President Weah. Man, yeah. You okay, man? You're being a little distracting over there. You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm okay.
So given those factors when it comes to Grand Bassa, this is what's going to play on my mind. Let me just talk. Let me just discuss it. What we just came from discussing with Bon, I'm thinking that a similar scenario might play for Grand Bassa. The reason why I'm saying that is going into the runoff, it might give the Unity Party an edge, right? Because Lucini Camara is not a play. Cummings is not a play. Appleton is not a play, and everybody. So all those votes. So now, when you look at Charlene Bromsky, when you look at Cummings, do you think the question is they're going to endorse George Weah or not? Do you think that Lucini Camara from ARCO will endorse George Weah? Probably not. Most likely not. All those two people I just talked about. Because the accusations from day one is that Cummings coming into the race has to do with Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. That Ellen is the one that planted Cummings, that propelled Cummings to come into the race, as well as Moniba, Clarence Moniba, right? We know that the unknown soldier, sadly enough, who is Edward Appleton, he might be going on the side of the CDC. It will be very intriguing to see him endorse the Unity Party because they have a lot of good friendship, relationship connections with the CDC. Appleton. So I'm looking at Grand Bassa in a way as in Yomle Kanga, DeLon, and the ANC coming on board, with ARCO coming on board. It will be difficult for George Weah to win Grand Bassa. That's my analysis. What do you say?
I agree with your analysis. In the case of the unknown soldier, he got these votes unknown to him. Like I said earlier, that we still have to identify who is Mr. Appleton or Hamilton. So he will not be a factor in a runoff election. With the issue of Grand Bassa County, former Senate Pro Tem Besonga Mayton Finlay won the election as senator of Grand Bassa County.
The incoming senator, Bezanga.
Yeah, the incoming senator.
And he and hold on on that. Let me go to that. Senatorial race. Is this very interesting? I want to see something from that Senate race. I need to know that I am on the senatorial side of the list. Go ahead. Let me find it out quick. Go ahead.
Okay. So now, as per the projection, Besonga Finley is the next senator for Grand Bassa County. He served as a foreign minister under the CDC-led government. He resigned his post to contest the senatorial seat in 2020. He didn't win. The CDC-led government didn't recall him back into government, but they recalled that back the alcohol, the deputy internal affairs minister Pauletta Weah, who also resigned her post as deputy minister to contest against Senator Darius DeLong. When she lost the election, she retained her post. Unlike Besonga Milton Finley, when he lost election, he was not called back into government. And then, not that he was not just called back to government, but the government also put candidate against him. They put Superintendent John J. Bagbe, my former schoolmate at the university or classmate at the university, to compete against him. Now Bazonga came out victorious. So
Yeah. So what I wanted to say is, Grand Bassa, Finley Bezonga got about 55,624 votes. That
yeah,
is translated into 52.24%.
yeah.
And Big Bagbe Janje got
Janje.
25,384. Then followed by Harris Magdalene and Cape Jonathan.
Yeah.
My own man way down
Yeah,
there.
Jonathan Cape.
Yeah,
So
my
you
man,
see,
Jonathan Cape, wait, man, wow, we're number 4, but the man lost. So when you look at that, and they have about almost 100% in, which is 99.75%.
so if there will be a runoff, like we've all been thinking, you think where Besoka Finley will go?
Joey, yes, sir.
How you think so? Will they put candidate against him?
Oh, that's your trick, eh?
No, it's that trick. He contested the 2020 elections in Grand Bassa. He lost. He wasn't replaced in government. Pauletta Weah, deputy internal affairs minister, contested against DeLong in Monserrado. She lost her election. She was brought back into government.
Did he run as independent, Bezonga?
In 2020, he contested
I'm
on CDC
talking
ticket,
about on
but the current election he contested as independent candidate.
Okay.
So the CDC candidate is John J. Bagbe, the former superintendent for Grand Bassa County.
I see.
So it was the same thing that they did in Nemba County. They put candidate against Prince Johnson. They put Roland Duo, CDC candidate in Nemba County against Senator Prince Watt Johnson.
Boy, Lord, that Prince Johnson flocking up people and over there.
Tsunami.
Because
That's the landlord of the country.
Prince Johnson right now has
27,000.
374 votes.
Yes.
And the only person right behind him is way to 56,295.
Yeah, Yan Toyen.
So people who have been very dismissive, as in Prince Johnson is not the godfather for Nimba County. What does these votes tell us? It kind of undercut their arguments, though.
Very much. That's why they try to
127,374 votes. The only person that behind him close is in 56,000, and 99.32% of votes in, almost 100%. It's done. It's a done deal.
Done deal. Prince
Johnson is overwhelmingly supported in Nimba County. That's how he is. So the Nimba people, that's the thing. When they for you, they're for you. It seems like that true you thought so.
Yeah. When they for you, they're for you.
Wow. So man, all that time. So why you didn't go get Nimba County woman? You go, yeah. Don't worry about me.
No.
I just you.
What's about you too? What's about you?
So look at this. Look at this. Representative Oh, I didn't put the representative stuff out, right? So where a lot of the change will be coming from?
The things will be coming from Grand Basel in a different trend. Grand Basel.
Look at this though. Look at this. You can't underestimate this. Grand Cape Mount. Grand Cape Mount has
Grand,
90.14%. Joe Boakai is sitting on top of the leaderboard with 23,802, and follow very, very closely the president with 22,908. That is a very slim margin. A very slim margin. Right now, they have 90.14%, meaning out of the 213 polling places they have, 192 have already been tallied.
Yeah.
There's still a few more to go, though. And the possibility is that with that slim margin, that George Weah could take Grand Cape Mount. What does that tell you into the runoff?
No, Joshua will not make any difference in Grand Cape Mount. Joshua will not make any difference in Bapuru. Joshua will not make any difference in Bomi County. You saw in Bomi, Senator Edwin Melvin Snow Jr. supported the ruling party, put candidate Adama Soko Dole as senator, and then put forth our Kissy sister, Finala Sanagbagba. Both of them lost. So the whole Western cluster is a done deal.
Wow.
Yes, it's a done deal because if Senator Snow couldn't win any seat for the people that he supports, so what do you expect?
That is very interesting, though.
Yeah.
And you know, one thing that is happening now, Snow has gone. Snow is like a how you call him? He's like a player in the back. He's like that player in the back who causing a lot of trouble. But he can't come to the forefront. That is what I think Snow is. And you see how silent he is because Snow understands the politics of Liberia. He understands how the politics work when it comes to Liberia.
Yeah, the traditional politics. Yeah.
Wow.
So Edwin Melvin Snow.
I'm hearing that 2029 Edwin Melvin Snow might be running as a candidate.
But now he lost Bobby County. So it will be hard for him. Alex Taylor got elected as senator, and they see Alex Taylor as their own beyond Senator Edwin Melvin Snow.
I mean, wherever you are, there's a lot of echo. What's going on with you over there today? You getting in the house?
No.
You at the mall?
Yeah, at the mall.
Okay, then call me back. Just make your last comment so I can excuse you, so I can finish the thing up.
Okay.
You're too busy. So let me ask you the one question, then I will let you go. You see the thing that happening over there? So my man, I'm moving you off the screen, man. I'll talk to you later. This is not good for our viewers, man. I'm getting you off the screen. Folks, sorry about that. This is how it is done. You know, I didn't know this man was so busy over there doing other stuff. You know. But these elections are strange elections, folks. I'm telling you, from my perspective, they are strange. The results are strange, striking. Nobody saw this coming. And this is why I used to say weeks leading to the elections, months leading to the election, that to unseat a sitting president is not something easy, especially in our African politics. No African president wants to just turn over power that easily. No African president. That's the truth. Except the people speak their will overwhelmingly, and they speak, and there's no more evidence for them to cheat. That is the only way. Because when you taste power, Mama, you ready to come on? Let me try again. Hello? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. I was waiting for you to give me thumbs up, so that way I can bring you on the screen.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you, if you need to go, yeah, just say your piece because our time is already out, so that way we'll be able to.
Yeah, yeah. I'm back. So let's just end it.
So moving into the election, you support a runoff or a recount.
Recount and the runoff.
You know you can't support two. You got to support one.
No, no. You can do it. You
No,
can
but
do it
on
together.
this show, you have to pick one. Do you support the National Election Commission to do a recount of all the votes, or do you prefer moving into the second round to just go to the ballot box and vote?
No,
Which,
recount. For me, I suppose recount and go to runoff election. We
why?
want to know the unknown soldier where he got his votes from, because we attended.
Bro, it's not going to make any difference. Even if
No,
you do the recount, it's not going to make any big difference.
no,
It's
it's
not going
going
to
to.
make the Unity Party to win.
It's
It
going
will
to.
still move them into the runoff. So why waste the resources and the energy that the people got right now, the momentum, the enthusiasm? Why don't you just harness on that enthusiasm and move on into the runoff?
So why, if the people of district number 8 in Montserrat County, we're not going to request for a recount to know what happened in district number 8 against Akaros Gray? It happened.
I know it
They
happened.
decided. So imagine.
So you prefer to your number one choice is to do a recount.
Recount before runoff election.
Okay.
That's why, yeah,
No,
that's why I prefer.
I differ with you on that. Reason
Yeah,
is
but you agree that when
it is legitimate.
representative, yeah,
It's a good argument. I agree
yeah,
with it.
when Pristo called for a recount, it was identified that Representative Akaras Gray got numbers that he didn't
Where
deserve.
the one was placed instead of 271 and the one was placed behind it went to 700 some votes. I get it.
Some votes.
I get all of that.
So
But
it's just one district. It's just one district.
listen though, the mathematicians are giving a lot of the invalid votes. We went to where we gave a lot of the invalid votes, looking at the percentage of the invalid votes to the Unity Party.
Do you also agree?
Knowing now where it is, it will still end up in the runoff.
Yeah, I agree. Even in Grand Cape
So
County,
if you agree, why waste time to do a recount?
no, let's clean the system before go for the runoff election. Even in Grand Cape County, they arrested police officers, police supervisors in Grand Cape County. They were charged for.
Listen, you know how you clean the system?
No.
The way you clean the system is the National Election Commission supposed to be an independent body. A body that should not be appointed by the president. A body that should be elected by the people. That way, they don't hold no loyalty to any government official or any government or any president. Where they know that they have the power and the authority to say this is how it should be done and it will be done that way. That is how. But this election commission is compromised.
So if you agree that if you agree that it is
So
compromised,
it will not help you. That's what I'm
should
saying.
we just go to the runoff election?
What?
So you agree that it is compromised. So should we just go to the runoff election like that?
I have always put a dark cloud. Not even I. The election commission has always put a dark cloud on itself. They have always put a dark cloud on themselves. The way they went about executing their duties, the way they went about doing things, even into these announcements of the results that are coming out, they have always put a dark cloud on themselves, and we always point that out. So this National Election Commission, after this, if any president comes in, whether it's President Weah, whether it is or Joseph Numa Boakai, the lawmakers, the legislature need to take this into their own hand and turn this body into a neutral body where they don't owe some sort of loyalty to the president. You know what the president You know whether the president can call overnight and say, David, you know, you could not have had that position if I had not put you there. This election, we need this election. I need this election. You know what kind of influence that is? That's influence. All
Sam,
those, all those people that are sitting on the election commission, appointed
Sam,
position, they should not be
Sam,
appointed
when
positions.
the Unity Party-led government won election in 2005, subsequently 2011, she made recommendation to the opposition political party to do recommendation to submit chairperson of the National Election Commission. So political parties made recommendation, the Liberty Party, the CDC, the Hard Director Brown Lasana became chairperson for the National Election Commission today. So Madam she did that, the Unity Party did that, the opposition political party recommended commissioners of the National Election Commission.
And
But today they see
and that is still it all goes to my same point. They all are at fault, right? Madam Salif, she knew the politics. She knew all the optics in the system, how to work through the system to make it independent. But she did not take advantage of that when it comes to the election commission. The election commission should not be, I would tell everybody from day one up to from now to Jerusalem. The election commission, everybody who want to be president and you want to be representative and you want to be a senator, you don't want that decision made by the man who is in power or in charge, which is the president, by appointing the people that are supposed to process. That process, that independent, that agency is not independent. That's just my take. It's not independent, and it's never going to be independent until it turns into an elected body institution. Let the people decide that these are the people we want. They are credible. They have national and international standards to conduct our elections. They will not compromise our votes. These are the people. Let's vote them in by law.
I agree with you
That,
on that.
we have free
Yeah,
and
we have
fair
to do
elections in
amendment in the
Liberia.
yeah,
Until
we have
then,
to
my
do
brother,
amendment.
forget it.
That's true.
I'm telling you.
That's true.
And if any lawmaker listening to me tonight, that's the first law. That's the first thing I would do when all of you lawmakers that won your senatorial and representative positions. That's a law. That's a bill to take on.
Hey, another bill
That's a bill to
there
take
should
on to
be
the House, and a lot of
there.
people will follow it. Because the reason why
What?
you're not happy right now is the election commission is compromised. That's why you're not happy.
Yeah, then another bill
Well,
there should be.
if you call Akara's great right now, believe me, he will tell you. Even though everything was going in his favor, but the way everything has gone the other way against him, he will say, "I prefer it to be independent."
Then another bill there should be to change the election year, the month. October in Liberia is a rainy season time. So I think there's a need to have a bill to change the election laws from October, maybe push it to December or January, where our people, the road will be accessible for our candidates to campaign. That should be an issue too.
That's another very good bill, and a European Union in their findings mentioned that.
Mhm.
They mentioned that in the European Union finding. They said we hope the Liberian government will consider having their election during the dry season instead of
Season,
during the
yeah,
rainy season,
rainy season.
which is a very good bill to take on too, because a majority of the Liberians, including the very politicians, will support it. Because it's difficult to get to the trenches, into the bushes, where the people are, and these are people that you know, the ballot box, the decision that comes out of the ballot box, this decision is affecting them, the very
Affecting them
people.
greatly, yeah.
Yes. So why not? Let's just do it dry season. That's why some of us, don't like to go to Liberia during the rainy season because it's difficult to get to your
Very messy.
places.
Yeah, very
Very
tough.
hard. Why don't we? Can you imagine if you move the Liberia elections into the dry season? When you look at this rainy season, the number of people that participated, If it is into the dry season, the numbers will rise. The numbers will go up
Yeah,
beyond
it will
imagination.
increase.
The participation rate will increase. That's it.
That's true.
Well, man, let me let you go do your shopping. Make sure you send me about 50 bucks over here so I can go buy my late thing.
Ah, go. Me alloy at your ando. So no longer available monum.
Okay.
All
How you think you're talking? People can understand you.
right, people. I'm your stranger. I expect your call.
Okay. I hear it.
All right, Sam.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you always having you on the show. It's fun for me.
All right,
Yeah,
thank you so much.
it's fun. It's fun.
Be safe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Say hello to the family over there. All right, folks. So there you have it. There you have it. Elections. We are getting and running into the runoff. We are heading into the runoff. From all indications, from all the numbers, the map, the minus, the surplus, the division, the whatever. Those of you that are mathematicians, x to the power square, whatever square, s square, z square, whatever you put it, we're heading into the runoff. We're getting into the runoff. But are you prepared? Is the opposition prepared? Those who just drop off the list, the 18 parties, where are you heading? Your number one target was Josh Weah. Now, what is your decision? Are you still on the opposition, or are you going on the other side? Do you still see Weah as the best person to run the country for the second term? Because you matter. The people that supported you are looking up to you. Most of them are looking up to you. Which train you going to be on? Is it a Joseph Numa Boakai train or the Weah train? So as leaders of those political parties, your voice matters. Please make an informed decision. Look at the state of the country. Are you satisfied? If you are, then don't sit behind the scene and tell your people, say, vote whoever you want to vote for. Take a stand as a man. You always have to take a stand. Take a position. Have some sort of gut or backbone. I'm talking specifically to all the 18 people that just dropped, that are dropping off the list. Take a side, because the people and your followers want to know which side you are on. Are you on the side of George Weah, or are you on the side of JMB? Who do you see your platform align much better with? Because I can already deduce that a lot of backdoor negotiations are taking place right now as I speak to you. A lot of backdoor behind the scene. A lot is taking place. And this is all part of politics. It's okay. It's negotiations. This is the time we will find out if Joseph Numa Boakai and his team, if they can really negotiate. Because they stand a better chance to negotiate with the opposition. But guess what, though? George Weah can negotiate too. And to their advantage is money. They have the money. Right? And people, we want to find out if these political parties that just drop off the list, if they're going to get into the money factor or on the other side. We'll come here and tell you everything. Because we want to see the opposition, want to know which side they belong on. You as a voter, nobody knows which side you're on. Because when you go into that polling station, it is your secret ballot. It is your secret duty. Nobody knows until you tell someone. That's what happens, folks. That's what happens. So it is very, very interesting for us to start sensitizing and educating our people as we head into this runoff. It's very important. Everything that's in a way for us as a country, for us as a people, I want us to know that at the end of the day, we are all one people. We are all interrelated. We are all intertwined. We are all connected, one way or the other. A Kisime goes to the southeast, Bapolo or Grand Crew and marry a crew woman. A crewman goes to Lofa County and marry a Lofian. Hmm? A Basa man goes to Maryland and marry a Grebo. A Kisime goes to Nimba and marry a Gio or Mano. We all are intertwined. We all are interrelated. We all are one big family. Let's not take this thing so serious to the point where we want to cause mayhem and harm on each other and destruction of lives and properties. It is unnecessary. It is uncalled for. This is not us as a people. We are better than that. At the end of the day, when you're running the race, someone has to emerge as the winner. And Liberia and Liberians and the political runners are running a race. The political runners are running their race. But they are asking you to be the judge. They are asking you for a position that is open that you employ them. And it is only you that can employ them. Now, there were 20 vying for that position. And opposition was open for employment. And 18 people have been disqualified. 18 of them. Those of you who are business people, you know what I'm talking about. When you have an opening to your job site or an opening to your entity or your business, and many people to the public, people come in and apply. But not everyone will get that job. Only one person will get that job based on the criteria that you have laid out. It is the same thing with the presidency of Liberia. There is a job opening. We have to vet the applicants. There were 20 applicants. And now, 18, we have disqualified. We have now 2 to qualify. Now, we are looking into their resume, their curriculum vitae, to dissect into their resume who is the most qualified, who is able and capable to deliver. That is where you come in, the voters, to be able to vote, to exercise your right, your God-given right as a free citizen of that country. So I speak to your conscience. I speak to you as a person. Don't decide your vote on sentiments. Look at it. Dig deep in your heart and soul. Ask yourself the hard questions. What kind of Liberia do you see 10 years, 12 years, 16 years from now? What kind of Liberia do you want? What kind of Liberia do you want to see? That is how important your vote is. That is how important your choice is. So don't take your choice for granted. You are employing. Don't be biased. Go for someone who will deliver. The able and the capable. That's how I am going to leave you tonight. I'm going to leave you tonight with that. I'm going to challenge you with that tonight. The same way I started this show with a gospel song. That's how I'm going to end it, with a gospel song. that in the midst of all your choices and decisions, sometimes some of you, when everything, you look everywhere around in your life, your very friends and family and friends will let you down, but only God cannot let you down. God is the only one who cannot let Mama Liberia down. God will step in. Even if you vote the other way around, God will still step in, because why? God is all knowing. He knows already the end process, the end to this process. He said, well, he knows. So that's it. Goodness of God. Enjoy. And I'll see you the next time again, tomorrow. Same place. I'll be here. That's it, folks.
Yeah. Glory be to God. I love you, Lord. All your mercy never failed me. All my days I've been held in your hands. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, I will sing of the goodness of God. All my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. I love your voice.